What would Christmas be without the Muppets? I'm talking about It's a Very Merry Muppet Christmas Movie. It's a Very Merry Muppet Christmas Movie came out in 2002. I think it was televised because it's got NBC Productions on there. No, this isn't the Muppet Christmas Carol, the one that everybody considers to be a classic. Oh, that's like right there, actually. Anyway, this one, It's a Very Merry Muppet Christmas Movie, is starring the Muppets, of course. It does use the basic plot structure of It's a Wonderful Life. One of my favorite Christmas movies, and one of my favorite movies ever, as a matter of fact. And I did review a movie last year, or rather another television special last year, that was based on It's a Wonderful Life. Would have been the Married with Children TV special, It's a Bundyful Life. Didn't like that one very much. This one I liked. First of all, because the Muppets kick the shit out of the Bundy family. They're way funnier. Oh, before we go any further, I just want to say happy holidays out there, everybody. And thanks to everybody that's recently subscribed to this channel. It means a lot to me, especially at this time of year. Now back to It's a Very Merry Muppet Christmas Movie. Anyway, it's the It's a Wonderful Life storyline. There's the Muppet Theater, of course, not really owned, but rented by the Muppets. The bank wants to foreclose on the Muppet Theater. They have to have their annual Christmas show, and with all the box office receipts for that, then I guess they're going to pay their mortgage and they're keep the Muppet Theater for another year or whatever. But the landlord has an insidious plan to change the contract so that there's no possible way that the Muppets can get that money in the bank in time to save the theater. Because I guess the Muppets are down on their luck and they're barely making their rent, and they just do it because they love it, and they're the Muppets. They're just there. And this landlord, she's pretty evil, actually. She's I don't know, the bank lady or whatever, played by Joan Cusack, who is actually really funny in this movie. She played Debbie in Addams Family Values, and they're kind of the same character. The scheming, overly evil, kind of villainous. Also in here you get David Arquette, plays Kermit the Frog's guardian angel, a la It's a Wonderful Life. Whoopi Goldberg plays God, I guess, and William H. Macy is some office worker, angel manager, supervisor guy or something, and a whole bunch of other cameos by famous people, because the Muppets, of course, they're all about cameos, right? Everybody wants to be in a Muppet movie. Wouldn't you? Yeah, so of course the storyline goes that they don't make the payment on time or something like that, and so Kermit the Frog is oh, this is so terrible, and now everybody's out on the street and homeless, and what am I even doing here, and having all these people believe in my dream, and I wish I'd never been born. And he says that 50 times, just in case you weren't sure that they're ripping off It's a Wonderful Life. Kermit reminds you. Anyway, so David Arquette, the guardian angel, has to come swoop down and show Kermit what life would be like if Kermit the Frog weren't there. And all the Muppets would be doing all these horrible, random, terrible things, like Fozzie would be a pickpocket, Beaker's a roided out bouncer in this techno bar that they made out of the Muppet Theater. Miss Piggy's a cat lady, Gonzo's homeless. All kinds of tragedy would happen if it wasn't for Kermit the Frog. So then he turns his life around and he says, I want to go back to my life and I don't care, and as long as we're all together and Christmas, yay! That's the movie. Of course you get all your Muppets in here. Kermit, Fozzie, Miss Piggy, and Animal, and the Electric Mayhem Band, Dr. Teeth, Dr. Bunsen Honeydew, and Beaker. But the best character in this movie has got to be Pepe the Prawn. I don't know, I've just always liked this guy. I think this guy is hilarious. He's just the funniest looking puppet, but he's kind of a dirtbag, and he's a little sketchy, and he actually betrays the Muppets. Or, well, he doesn't really betray them, but he goes to work for the evil boss lady, he actually comes through in the end. He turns around and pulls one over on her and classifies the Muppet Theater as an historic building so that they can't tear it down and make a nightclub or any of that stuff, which is what she wants to do. And Pepe comes through in the end and redeems himself, so he gets a little bit of a character arc, but he's still a funny idiot in this whole thing. Kermit the Frog turns his attitude around, and Beaker and Scooter and Gonzo and the fish throwing guy, they're all happy Muppets at the end. And they get some Christmas songs. So it's alright. I mean, it's exactly what I expected. But this wasn't the first time I'd ever seen this, but I do remember seeing it back in, well, I guess around 2002, and I thought it was pretty funny, so I watched it again, and yeah, it is. It's pretty funny. I mean, it's not the best Muppets movie out there. I mean, technically it's a TV special, it's not really a movie, but it says right on here, movie, so it's a movie. And as a matter of fact, I think this is the first time I've reviewed a Muppet movie, just because, I guess I did Muppet Babies Storybook video cassette back like a year ago or so. That wasn't really exactly what I'm talking about. I also did Big Bird Goes to China, but that's not a Muppet movie. I'm talking like, the Muppet movie, Great Muppet Caper, Muppets Take Manhattan, Muppets from Space. Those are actual Muppet movies. Muppet Christmas Carol, Muppet Treasure Island. Those are full-length Muppet movies, Muppet Adventures. I think we still need those in the 21st century. I mean, the original creator, Jim Henson, died 30 years ago, and they're still going with his ideas, and his characters that he created, or the people that he worked with, created, and are still carrying on, and some of those others may have passed away as well, and but they're going to keep Muppets going, and I think we need the Muppets. It's always funny throwing a puppet around. So what would I give this one overall? Well, like I said, it's not my favorite of the Muppet movies, but it's pretty solid. I'm going to go ahead and give it a B. This is exactly what you'd expect from a Muppet TV special. The humor's pretty clean. There's a few kind of edgy kind of stuff in there. Really, a lot of pop culture references and things. And it's contemporary and it's funny, and yeah, Muppets deserve a B. So hang on to your Christmas hats, folks. We will have just a couple more movies before Christmas time actually gets here. And I just want to say, Merry Christmas to all. And to all, have a good one.